Just vibing, you know? Yeah. And, alright, let me share the link to the video.
I'm just gonna. Oh, you still can't see it. Oh, okay, whatever.
Dead she must have been out of
Okay. I'm gonna tweet the. It's so hard to see in this.
I actually, I don't know if you know, but I've never watched Scream, so when I was looking up the character, I spoiled myself.
Yeah, no, I wasn't gonna tell you, like, I was very specifically, like, not putting who I am besides Ghostface because I knew you hadn't seen it, and I know Ian Pretty's gonna watch it, and he hasn't seen it, and they can watch it tonight. I was like, oh shoot, because it's a very big spoiler who the serial killer is.
Well, I was initially gonna draw you as the character, but then I was like, is that like too simple, or like did you want something else? So like when I was looking up references, I was like, I see now.
Spoiler alert. Right. There we go. I shared the link in the chat. And we are live. Alright. Just so I can have a Halloween party real quick, yeah.
I don't know if it's the mask or the connection, but I can't really hear you.
It's the mask. It's both.
Okay.
It's both. Okay.
Are you using the music to like avoid talking about the book? Or did you just want to jam before we suffer?
Both. I want to talk about how stupid this was, and I also want to jam.
I mean, there's been worse books. Like, I think I'm kind of numb. I finally reached the point where I'm kind of numb to the like ridiculousness of Agatha Christie.
Okay, I think I've stalled long enough. I've stalled long enough. Okay.
It was a valiant effort. A valiant effort.
But I realized if we went through the entire 12-minute video, you might lose your mind. But yeah. So hi everyone. Nobody's here yet. But hi everyone. Welcome to Hell. Halloween. That was so bad. Why did I say that? Why did I say that? Happy Halloween if you celebrate. Happy Samhain if you celebrate that. I think I pronounced it wrong. But yeah, we decided very last minute, aka I forced Linda to do this because she forced me to read to do a buddy read for the Halloween book in the Poro series, which is Halloween Party. So we also decided to dress up for Halloween. I am a ghost face. I'm not gonna say who. I'm not gonna explain anything else because then I will spoil the movie. But I am a ghost face.
I mean, as a person who accidentally spoiled themselves, the movie's been out since 1996. So.
It has. It really has. But also, I just barely watched it last year and didn't know who the killer was either.
Okay.
Hi, Sage! Hi, Ian! Oh, we got humans.
Hi!
Problems. Sage is dropping in while drawing. Alright, so
welcome,
I'm a Ghostface. And Linda, you are
I'm Death of the Endless. You can't see, but I have the little medallion and I actually did my makeup like that. It was like the easiest thing I could think of for someone with black hair, and I already did Wednesday Addams for a different video, so I thought.
Wednesday Addams suits you.
Yeah, actually my hair has gotten longer, so like I could actually do the braids, but I feel like inside I'm very Wednesday.
Yeah, I was
yes, from Sandman.
I would say that's the Neil Gaiman one, right?
Yes, and the Netflix series is actually coming out, and like it's making me have like problematic attractions with Morpheus, because like if you haven't read the series, if you haven't looked this up, like if you haven't read the series, I don't know why I said look up, but he has some like not so great relationships. Like whoever he dates, it just doesn't end well for them.
Oh, so he's Sam Winchester.
Like, I don't know. Part of it's his fault, but also part of it's just like the job, I guess.
Hold on. Is this your man's what?
Okay, not the actor, but like just the aesthetic. He just looks
okay. The aesthetic makes sense.
Yeah.
that seems very. I could see you simping.
Plus, you could if you look up like his like the actor on the Netflix show, he's kind of like the promo pic is very flattering.
Promo pic. It's not showing me because it hates. Is it this?
Hold on, I'll just look up the actor.
Tom Sturridge is Dreaming, Lord of the Dreaming. Tom Sturridge.
Okay, that's not the greatest angle, but like the the promo pic for him, or like the actor shot poster, just looks really good. Just very dream.
This is the only one I can find, but yes, this is the new person Linda is simping for.
Oh, the old person is still there, but like, that's more of a meme than anything.
Alright, here we go. We'll stop posting you. Constantine is.
I didn't know that. I know they were dating in the like their exes in the movie, like Justice League Dark. Yeah, they had. Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure they dated, and it wasn't just like a one-time thing.
Yeah, Constantine would date King Shark.
I mean, no judgment. No judgment.
No judgment. We don't shame here.
Yeah, we don't kink shame.
We do a little bit, but honestly, John Constantine just wants love.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I just question his competency as like just his what is his title? I guess Hellblazer is his just like self-proclaimed title.
I was gonna say something, but it was one, I think, a spoiler for Justice League Dark. I mean, you probably know, or not Justice League Dark, but one of them, something. It's a spoiler for something, and also I'm still bitter that what happened.
I'm just thinking of like the main, like what haunts him in the main like series, which like carries out through most of the.
I was thinking him getting Zatanna killed.
He gets a lot of people killed. Like all of his friends die. Like that is the like go-to thing about him.
I don't. I get it. Like,
actually, yeah. Just like I'm trying to think,
but like,
no, I was trying to think if anyone survived, but like, usually if they stick with him, they don't survive. The only person that I know survives, and this is like more platonic than anything, is Kaz, the taxi driver.
Like, I get it. Oh, it doesn't want to load now. No, not that picture. I'm getting that one. I get it. I get it. Look, listen, I understand. But he's not
I just like the
snark.
I respect the snark.
I knew that would be why you like him. It's
know.
That's fair.
We've known each other for a while now.
We have.
I love the snark. But the incompetence, just the incompetence.
Linda has said before, please don't be incompetent. It makes your attractiveness nullified in her eyes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And my respect goes like just straight to hell for you.
Yeah. Speaking of respect and hell, we read a book.
Yes, the main book that we've been avoiding talking about.
We have been just trying not to talk about this book. Every live show, we try so hard not to talk about the book that we read.
Although, the thing that like cracked me up, and it's more of like an inside joke with us, is like the first chapter, the first sentence, essentially. Marks? Yes, the vegetable marrows were mentioned, and that's like it's on our bingo sheet of what will like appear in a Hercule Poirot.
Oh, I have to pull up the checklist. Okay. Okay, keep talking. I'll pull up the checklist.
Knox has made a checklist, and she tweeted it of like what shows up, like guarantee shows up in a Hercule Poirot book.
It's true. I feel like we can at some point after we're gonna have to like expand, but I'm not wrong.
We should make like a formal bingo sheet of it. Just have it.
Yes, I'll do that during Thanksgiving.
I'll do the art design for it.
Oh, all right. Things to expect in a Poirot book. Are you ready? Do we have a flustered rich white lady?
Yes. I remember her name. I wrote it down. One second. I actually did notes for it. Oh, Mrs. Oliver was, but I didn't know if she was like really rich. I was thinking of hold on. I have
Rowena.
Mrs. Drake, the snobby host where like the dead body is found in.
Yeah. Okay.
That was like the main rich person.
Do we have little gray cells?
I don't remember.
I could easily just search.
So I like I did it via audiobook, even though I hate the narrator because he did like a racist Chinese voice in The Big Four. But I just like
for all of them?
It's for most of them, except for like the major ones that have turned into movies. Those are like usually either like an actor or like someone else that's like fairly well known in British media, probably. They do like they're like the guest narrator or for the whole thing. I'm not explaining it well.
Yes, we'll do those bingo cards by the end of the year. He doesn't mention little gray cells. Oh wait, I just realized I spelled gray wrong. Well, okay, no, right, but they're British and everything they do. I'm American. I'm the one that's right. Insert bald eagle flag right there.
America.
Don't mention
We're
little
both.
cells.
This is an American show. But yeah, that's surprising. Usually he always does. This is probably the first one that I like distinctly remember.
I don't mention it. It's the 39th book.
We still have so much to go because we actually skipped around for this one because we thought Halloween might as well.
Oh god, we have so many. Are we gonna finish by the end of the year?
Okay, so like I read this like today, the whole book.
Same. So
like we can get it done.
Do we want
if we put our minds? Yes, if we want to. But the question is, do we want to? So I don't want to push it to next year. I don't either. I don't want to stretch it.
Well, I was thinking is she also has Christmas for we could do one around Christmas and we could do the Christmas one. We could technically finish the books this year and then just have the final like wrap up live in January.
Yeah.
And then when we do that, we can announce whatever the hell we're tackling next once we're finished with this. Because I think we said we wanted to try other classic thrillers and stuff.
Yeah. Yes. Ones that are like BIPOC authors or like authors that are like just not
marginalized and not Agatha Christie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe we should do that.
We
still have to do the live for the last one. We said we were going to do the live for.
Yeah, I'm still reading. Which one did we? Because I'm still on. Oh, okay. Ace of Spades and then the other.
Ace of Spades.
Yes, the good one.
Ace of Spades is the good book.
Yes.
We can do that November, December. We'll do a Christmas one. In January, we'll wrap it up. Yeah.
Yes.
Woo. All right. Do we have racism?
Yes.
Of course we do. It's Agatha Christie.
It was actually going okay for a while. Like super like it was super like granted in the like being racist department, it was going like pretty well where like it wasn't occurring. It's still like overall the book was very anti like mentally ill. Like super super
like literally the first chapter alone.
Yeah.
My phone's because my phone's not using my Wi-Fi. Oh my god. This is the first
like mild spoiler alert, it wasn't a person who was it wasn't a person who was like mentally ill in the sense like how everyone else was bashing them. Like they were saying like, oh, just like unhinged, blah blah blah, need to be in an asylum, like essentially people who've left the asylum and like are like in society, they should go back, blah blah blah. Just very problematic throughout the book. And it wasn't like the person who did it was it was just snobby.
It was also so dumb. I'm sorry. It was dumb.
Yeah. So I don't know how much I actually like processed it, like fully grasped the plot because I did it at.
There's a plot to grasp. More so than usual, I will give them that.
Yeah. It wasn't too bad. Like I was preparing for the worst. It wasn't too bad initially, but like the end. It's always the end. I found the
quote I was looking for. Okay, so Oliver's explaining this to Poirot, and she goes, well, you see, at first I didn't think of it, not straight away. I mean, children do queer things sometimes. I mean, there are queer children who, well, once I suppose they would have been in mental homes and things, but they send them home now and tell them to lead ordinary lives or something, and then they go and do something like this.
Yeah. Tip of the iceberg on mental health.
Oh, can I mention the sexualization of the 12-year-old?
She's 13, but yes, yeah.
Okay,
she's actually
when she
13,
her,
but
she
like,
said 12.
oh, okay. Yeah, Mrs. Oliver is not keen with the facts. But like, the main racist thing, I know I'm
We're
like
just
jumping
hopping around.
with like how problematic this book is. The thing that like, okay, so it was like a jab at like, I think it was a wife who was half Romani. They used the other word that I'm not gonna use because really, and they were saying like, oh, we're not racist, but like she was like, oh, she's very temperamental, and like right after the fact of mentioning that she's half Romani, and like if it was someone else, like another author, maybe I could give the benefit of doubt. That's just a character trait but like the way Christie worded it and
she's
her history,
because she's half Romani is what she's pretty much saying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yay. All right. What about a pretty young white girl who just can't be the murderer? She's too pretty.
There's like 3 of them, man. There's so many.
I also couldn't keep track of which white lady was which.
Oh yeah,
I knew Oliver because Oliver is Agatha Christie.
Mm-hmm.
Oliver is Christie's self-insert character, and they even mention her character who's Finnish, and she kind of is like, yeah, I don't know why he's Finnish either, because that's the whole point, is Agatha Christie wrote Oliver to be like her self-insert, where she has a famous detective that's foreign, and she hates him.
Classic Agatha. Cash grab.
But other than her, I could not tell the white ladies apart because they were.
Oh yeah, that's why I had to like write it down, because there were so many. Because it was just a children's party, so all the moms. It was so many names that I had to write down like to decipher it.
And were any of them important? Like
2. No,
maybe 2. Maybe
barely.
Maybe 2. Do we have sexism?
So much.
It starts off heavy with it too, where they just go, young girls are so silly now because they're doing that thing where there's like, look in the mirror and you'll see the face of your future husband. And she goes, aren't young girls always silly? And they're like, yeah, good point. And I'm like, it's always the women in the books that say it too.
Yeah. Gotta drag a sister down.
I don't think this one's in it. South America?
No mention of South America. The tragedy.
For once, Agatha Christie does not blame something on South America or have one of her colonizers go to South America.
If it was a poison thing, you know that like it's gonna
she's gonna
mention
poison. Yeah. And then she would have used some very like not good terms for indigenous people.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then the next one is racism, but specifically about the indigenous people of South America. But she didn't mention South America. Dreams do come true, y'all. And then last but not least, every time an Englishman goes foreigner at Perot.
Oh my god, so many.
It's like, dude.
Just like the initial, like, just describe, like, straight out, like, when he wasn't even mentioned, what Mrs. Oliver was going to it. It was like, foreigner friend. Ooh.
I'm not racist. I have a foreigner friend. He's Belgian.
Agatha was the first Karen. Or the biggest Karen of the 20th century.
You're not wrong. God. You're not wrong. Yeah. It's okay. My Belgian friend said I could say it.
Ooh.
Foreigner friend, ooh.
I'm not racist. I have a foreigner friend.
I'm not racist, my friend.
Even though I call him silly and ridiculous.
He's Belgian.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not racist. I'm friends with the Belgians. Well, one Belgian.
Yes.
Because he's useful. Just you know she used that in real life. I'm not racist. I have a Belgian character.
Oh, I think like she never like she wouldn't have built like even one like Belgian friend. I'm gonna be really honest.
Just once again, every once in a while, I think about the pictures we looked at the people who run her current LLC. So white.
Yeah, and the only I'm pretty sure he was POC, but like the only
there were
POC.
two people of color. Only two.
Two people of color, and one of them, it hurts my soul, was like the legal head of the legal team. That hurts me right here.
That really. We looked at it together at the same time.
Yeah.
It wasn't on stream, but we were texting while we were looking at it. I think this was after I was telling you about the Night Stalker, and we were looking at it, and
yeah,
it's so white. It's so white. Yeah. Speaking of so white, so we read Halloween Party by Agatha Christie. Should we explain what the book's about?
Sure. Do you want me to, or do you want to take it away?
I'll do the basics, and then you can start ranting because I know you'll have something to yell about. So Aradney Oliver, the author friend, the self-insert character, is going to a teens party, which is a term I haven't heard since High School Musical.
I've never heard the term. It was it was also called like 11 plus, which was so weird.
Yes, an 11 plus, but apparently 11 plus was no longer a thing at the time it was written, but everyone was like, it's 11 plus, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what that means.
Sure.
But it's a bunch of like from 11 up, like 11 to 17-year-olds at a party. And Aradney is visiting her friend, White Lady Number 1, and is like helping her organize the party. I forgot her name. I just remember the daughter's name starts with an M. I think it's Miranda.
I don't even remember the daughter's name.
The daughter, well, you know which one the daughter is though, right?
Yeah, it was she's involved in the end explanation. Okay, yeah.
So
it starts with an M. That's all I remember, and she was annoying.
So Aradney is helping White Lady Number 1 set up this Halloween party. They never explain why they want to set up the party. They're just like, it's easier than setting up in a party for little kids because parents, it's really just for the parents. If parents just want to drink, it's easier to set up a teen party because the teenagers will do it all and then blame you for everything that goes on.
That was the explanation.
The explanation.
I don't even know. I just like it was just so many like snobby, like rich ladies just like jabbering on about how they wanted a like an excuse for a party and they couldn't tell
something to the bingo card. Did they mention mineral water?
I think so. It was like body oil or something. It was like lemon body oil, but you drink it. And Hercule was trying to give it to Mrs. Oliver, but she like needed whiskey because like she had a panic from the dead girl. Granted, okay, dead drowned girl, but spoilers.
Mineral water. I'm just searching the words mineral water.
It's like lemon body oil or something. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure you drink it.
Yeah, it's
it counts. It counts. It counts. It counts as mineral.
Specifically, rich people love their freaking mineral water. I swear to God. And like,
I've never heard that.
I think is that a thing?
I haven't seen it yet. I've just seen him like eat sausages, which I'm pretty sure is like a racist thing against Belgians. I just remember him eating sausages. Well, I just know that like when Queen Victoria married Alfred, he was like caricatured as like a bratwurst. So I'm pretty sure that's that's
Albert.
Oh my God. Albert.
Was he Belgian?
Yeah.
I don't know. We got some ASMR going on.
Coburg. It's in there. I'm pretty sure. Like Kingdom of.
But yeah. So she's helping White Lady number 1, and then the party goes on with like White Ladies number 2 through 7, and before the party starts, there's this young girl named Joyce who shows up. Nobody likes Joyce. Joyce's mother doesn't like Joyce.
Yeah.
Joyce's mother did not like Joyce. And
Joyce's siblings hated her.
Oh, Joyce's siblings hate it. Yeah, but like I've never met a sibling that likes their sibling.
I mean, not like to the point where like you just don't give an F that like they were murdered.
No, I know some siblings like that. You're like, I don't want my siblings to get murdered, and I'm like, I know some siblings who wouldn't mind.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I just like wouldn't be like talking. I don't know. It was just so weird because she just died and they were like immediately talking crap, like talking shit about her.
Like, dude,
and I didn't think she was that bad. Yeah, like wait a day, like a week, respectfully, like a week.
Apparently, it's reference in Murder on the Express, and well, we're not going to read that again. We read,
yeah, we read those, but I just don't remember.
To be fair, there was so much more going on with those books. Okay, see, you get along with your siblings. That's
good.
You'd be the first. Well, Nick's and Griffin get along, but like, yeah. 2 eggs, identical in size, a piece of square toast cut into 4. How do you remember this? You don't really read.
Respect. See, all I remember from Murder on the Orient Express is the mineral water. Yes, it's the mineral water. And the rich people were just very agitated over like the lack of mineral water in this train.
I think they specifically mentioned freaking Perrier.
Yes.
And I was like, I didn't know Perrier was that freaking old. I saw them describe the book.
This is what we discuss about because there is no because Agatha we just hate her plots.
Or a plot that makes sense at least.
Or it's just like enjoyable. It's just a lot of dialogue, and it's the same amount of it's the same type of dialogue. It's just snobby rich British people talking trash about like everyone who isn't British and just like complaining about inheritance
or each other.
And yes.
People in these books don't like each other.
And you can't and they'll never admit it.
Okay, I feel better now. So you weren't imagining.
I don't remember that scene at all.
That there was so much in that book that
I think I was just focused on like the other people, just because that was like the main one.
Focused on how mad you were that it was called the Orient Express.
That too. That's in there as well. Although, ironically, I didn't think Big Four would be as like rage-inducing as it was until after we read it.
But that's when we still had a little bit of hope.
Yeah, that's true.
We still had some hope when it came to Big Four because that was only the 5th book of hers that we had read.
Mm-hmm.
Or no,
and it kind of sounded interesting.
It was actually it was the 4th because the second one in the thing is the short story collection.
Yeah, short story collections.
But yeah, so nobody likes Joyce. And Joyce is 13, so nobody likes the teenager.
Yeah, well, she was a special teenager. She was not like other girls.
She was not. I'm not like other girls. I saw a murder.
But I didn't know it was a murder until like afterwards.
Until I realized, oh shoot, that was a murder. That's the plot. So somebody mentioned Radney's books, and it's like murder. And Joyce goes, I would have preferred bloodier murders. And she's like, that's gross. And she's like, well, I saw a murder. And everyone's like, no, you did not see a murder. And she's like, yeah, I saw a murder. They're like, well, why didn't you tell the police? Because I didn't know it was a murder. And everyone's like, you're a liar. And so the party goes on. They're cutting flour as a game, which, God,
I just remember the like, oh, find your future husband one. That was like very like,
you hold up a mirror and you're supposed to see an image of your future husband in the back of the mirror. Yeah, and it's just a bunch of guys changing like their beards and hair and stuff.
They like warped some photographs or whatever, and yeah, that's the trick of the game. And it was just like, was that necessary that you included that, Agatha?
Hi, John. Hi, Mr. Quiet One. Lurk.
Hi.
But yeah, and also they go to Bob for apples.
Can you imagine what happens next?
I want you all to know that when you're bobbing for apples, you are supposed to pull your head out at one point.
Or you just don't do it out of fear of
or just
those
don't
around
dunk your head, submerge your head in a vat of cold water at a party where nobody likes you.
Yeah.
I'm not okay, so spoiler.
We're not victim blaming. We're not murder victim blaming.
Victim blaming. We're not. She didn't no, she didn't deserve. She really didn't deserve to die.
She did not, Knox. She did not deserve to die. That pause was not necessary.
I was like, well, technically, I can understand why they killed her, but then I'm like, but wait, then she really didn't deserve. I wasn't saying she deserved to die. I was understanding.
She really didn't deserve to die.
Why she was murdered. But I realized when I paused, it sounded like I was saying the 13-year-old deserved death. That's not what I was trying to imply. No, please do not murder children.
You scared Ian away.
It was bound to happen at some point. I was not trying.
We do not condone adolescent murder. Or any murder, in fact.
I was going to say, you're the...
I didn't pause, so don't bring this back on me. I paused less than you.
Okay, so here's what So, Joyce says, I saw a murder. If you were a murderer, it's understandable that you would murder the person who might be a witness of your murder. So in that sense, I get why she deserved to die. But I also don't think she deserved to die. You know, I'm not condoning murdering children.
The pause.
But don't murder the 13-year-old. She didn't deserve to die just because nobody liked her. Okay, nobody liked me in high school. I didn't deserve to die. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. I weirdly sympathize with her too. Like, I was like, okay, I was kind of an annoying kid. I'll give you that. But like, does that mean we should have gone murdered? No. Like, we all
have to have our character development. Some of it just happens later in life. That's what the trauma does. So we just
Too soon, Knox.
Too soon. It's fine. We're fine. But yeah, no, don't murder 13-year-olds is the moral of this. But also, but don't also, if you're at a party where people don't like you, don't go and dunk your head in the giant steel tub of water. It's not her fault she died. Well, it is. It is because she
will explain
like,
what
I saw a murder. But it's not. It's don't murder. And if you get murdered, it's not your fault. but please don't get murdered.
Well, I don't know.
I'm just trying to explain what happened, and I'm just completely going off the rails.
You did a good job. And then, like, Mrs. Oliver, her name is Oliver, right? Or Olivia?
Yeah, at first I thought it was Olivier, but it's Oliver.
Okay, it is Oliver. You heard that too, right? Or was that just in my...
I heard that.
That's outside. That was outside.
Freaking demon was... Linda, we talked about this. Summon the demon before or after the live, but not during. Damn it.
I did. At 3 in the morning, I played it, and then no answer, and now I have an answer. Apparently, they like to be fashionably late.
I mean, if you were a demon, wouldn't you want to show up fashionably? No, you would.
Not like 12 hours. Like 12 hours. Okay.
You wouldn't show up that late. You get
like max 3 hours late. I was a sensible little gremlin today. I was only 5 minutes late.
You were 20.
Yes, but I said 15 minutes, and I actually needed 20.
You're 5. Okay, there you go. I'll give you that. Sorry. The demon can join the live show if he wants. Let them know. But,
they're going down the driveway, so
okay, that's fair.
Or the road.
Did you actually play the freaking song at 3 in the morning?
Yes, I did, because I was I was about to go to sleep, and then I remembered I said I was going to do it, and I'm a woman of my word, so I played Tartini's Devil's Trill for about 5 minutes. Then I was really tired because it was 3:30 in the morning.
Look, that's fair. Every Halloween.
Yes. 3 in the morning, I will play it.
You have yet to summon a demon.
Yeah.
Maybe it's 3 in the morning in a specific time zone. Do you think?
I don't know.
Why
New
am I
York City.
encouraging this? No. Okay. Anyways, so.
Well, it's not like I'm doing it with a group of friends like Constantine, and I'm like, oh, I have godlike abilities. Nothing can go wrong.
And nothing can go wrong. I don't know what this is.
I can't. I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember.
Is referring to? Is this referring to?
I'm trying to remember. Yes.
We're not summoning
yes. It's like
together.
A specific incident. No, I'm not asking. I would do it
solo. I'm talking about Ian's comment, not you. I understand.
Oh, okay.
I appreciate you. I will journey through hell with you, but we still have to finish freaking Purgatory and Paradise.
Okay, I was thinking of the Newcastle incident. I don't know if that's mentioned in the not Guardians. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Constantine?
I'm mixing. No, in the live action shows for Constantine. Yeah, in the Arrowverse or whatnot. I think it was mentioned in the original TV series, it was hinted at. But yeah, it's just the Newcastle incident where things go very disastrously wrong with Constantine and his group of friends, and we're supposed to be talking about a Halloween party. Yes.
I haven't past the second chapter.
Okay, so the murder occurs. Girl is drowned found drowned near the tub the bucket. They keep saying bucket. I don't know. When I think of bucket, it's a small thing, but bucket, I know it's a massive. Yeah,
I think they mean a tub.
Yeah, they mean I was imagining a massive metal tub.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's found near that. Water's everywhere, but they don't know if that's just from
bobbing apples.
Bobbing apples or her flailing around.
I would assume it's from
the both. I would go both, maybe. Both but she's found alone because apparently no one was paying attention or wanted to bob apples with her except for the other person.
Except for the murderer.
The murderer.
Yeah, sweetie, I'll bob apples with you.
So that all happens. Mrs. Oliver is set into an absolute panic, so she goes to her best single foreign friend, pal, Hercule Poirot's house.
See her.
Yeah, he just wanted to go about his day, like drinking his brandy or scotch or
He's
whatever,
supposed to hang out with his
whatever.
other friend, but his other
Yeah,
friend
he
got
just wanted to
on a
chill,
cold,
and then
he's
like
like,
she comes in,
"You won't have a
like freaking
cold."
out,
Cold.
like sort of understandably, but I feel like I don't know. She was very extra.
Yeah, no, very, very extra. Everyone's just like, "Lady, you need
And
to take it
so
down."
like yeah.
Like 5
So she
notches.
explains, yeah. And then she explains to dear Hercule about what happens and mentions that the victim may or may not have seen a murder, and the fact that she mentioned it right before her death is suspicious.
So I'm so glad that at least somebody at that stupid party had put that together.
Yeah. I mean, she said it to like a huge crowd. Well, not like huge crowd, but like to, I guess, the entire party.
Yeah.
So.
But nobody cared. Even
No,
her
really, no
freaking
one
mother.
cared.
So her mom shows up to pick her up, right? And everyone's like, "Oh yeah, where is Joyce? Nobody's seen Joyce all night." And the mom just goes, "If you, stupid kid, at least have the courtesy to tell me you're gonna leave early and walk home, so I don't have to come and pick you up." Ma'am, your daughter's dead. Like, I know she didn't know that at the time, but your daughter's dead. And then they find her in the bath. They find her in the bathtub. They find her in the tub. Also, there's a point where there's a 15-year-old making out with what Oliver says is a 12-year-old, and the 12-year-old apparently has a very mature chest, and I gagged.
They also were like when they were describing Joyce, he kept asking if she was mature looking,
Yes,
or like
I
if she
remember
was
that.
well developed was the
Well-developed,
phrase, and
yeah.
it was so freaking weird. And that is like a pattern to like all the women, but like it's weirdly to the like teenage girls, like how attractive they are and whether or not they would be like worthy of being kidnapped or murdered via their attractiveness.
That was what he was implying, by the way. The next thing is he was like, "Well, yes, most of the crimes are." So we're like, "Oh." Like, I took a second and I'm like, "Damn it, Hercule, we were rooting for you."
Initially, I was like, actually, no. So I went back and forth thinking, like, are they using attractive in a way, like, maybe back then meant, like, just, like, good company? Like, not, like, in the terms of, like, physical, but, like, personality-wise. Do they have, like, an attractive personality, but, like, she was the opposite. Like, Joyce was the opposite of that because she kept telling tales. But then, like,
they mentioned
kept
that at some point because I think Oliver asked, "Do you mean like body or personality?" He goes, "Both."
Yeah.
And she's like, body wise and no personality wise."
Yeah. Just
And she's 13.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that happens. And then there's a whole lot of Hercule talking to rich ladies number 1 through 7. We meet some other people. One person's name is Garfield. I knew that because I thought of the cat. Garfield's the
I just know the brother's name was Leopold. It was a fun name, so I remembered that. It was just like a weird
Garfield's.
Oh. No, do you mean the oh, okay. See, that
Garfield
was
is the
at that point I was reading the book at like 2.1 2.4 times
to just finish.
Yes, to just finish.
Yes.
So, some of it. Because I know like what happened, like what specifically was explained with Marion and like whatnot, but I wasn't paying that much attention.
All right, so Hercule has a friend who used to be in the police. It lives in the area where the party was, and he goes, "Hey, tell me about all the murders that have happened." He goes, "Well, I don't know about all the murders, but here's a list of murders and here's some disappearances." And Hercule puts together that there are some strange connections between some of the murders / disappearances and some of the rich ladies at the party. Specifically, one named Rowena, whatever her is Rowena Drake. Is Rowena Drake?
I think Drake, yeah.
Yeah, okay, because I can't remember the name of the mom for the other one for the life of me. Judith Butler! Because Judith Butler is also the name of a pretty popular feminist author. Yes, I remember now. Because I remember thinking, gender troubles, Judith Butler? No, very much not so. Okay, so, yeah. A lot of murders connected to Miss Rowena Drake. Wonder why.
She was the one that, with the inheritance that was most sought after. Okay, it was her. Yes. Yeah, she had like a really big inheritance that she apparently left to the au pair, or like nurse essentially, for her. And that was very suspicious because there was like, the lawyer saw there was like a forgery to like one of the wills or whatnot. And then
she was supposed to inherit the she was supposed to inherit it.
Oh, Drake was the inherited. Okay, oh my god, I don't remember the names.
Yeah, so her.
I'm so sorry.
Like grandma or somebody who had like this huge fortune and left it to the au pair, Olga. Wow, it's amazing the names I do remember. And they found a forgery though, and to like this garden-looking thing. I think it was a glorified garden, so it pretty much nullified the au pair's inheritance. So the money did go to Drake. Do we just say how this ended?
Yeah, say it, because I'm not like entirely sure.
So this is where it gets weird. Garfield is buddies with Drake. I think he's the one who created the garden for Drake's grandma. Like the fake garden, saying that Olga did it. Drake doesn't like that Olga's supposed to get the inheritance, for being a better person than her. Oh my god, this is Knives Out. This is Knives Out. This book is just Knives Out. Think about it. It starts with a giant party, right? There's an old rich person involved who, when they die, you would think that the family is going to get the inheritance, but really it's the person that's been taking care of them the whole time. Mm-hmm. So somebody in the family does something. Oh, spoiler for Knives Out. Somebody in the family does something to try to make it so that that person can't get the inheritance. In the book, it's forgery. In the other one, it's saying, hey, no, she did the murder.
Mm-hmm. And you can't inherit from who you murdered.
Yeah, because that's a conflict of interest. This is Knives Out. Oh, I like Knives Out, though. It's Knives Out, but actually, I would say not as racist, but there is racism in Knives Out, but it's actually, challenged. Which is the difference.
Yeah. It's never challenged in Agatha Christie.
It's encouraged in Agatha Christie.
It really is.
But this book is Knives Out.
Oh.
Maybe that's why it's not as bad as the other ones. But I think I just spoiled the book. Anyways, yeah. Rowena teams up with Garfield. They kill Olga. And they drag her body to a well. They Samara Morgan her. And Samara Morgan, the chick from The Ring.
The kid. Oh, okay.
My name is Samara Morgan. I live in a well. And they're like, Rowena's always like, I feel like somebody had to see us dragging a dead body.
Yeah, they saw like someone in the...
But it wasn't Joyce, because Joyce is known for lying through her teeth.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually Judith's daughter, M. We'll just call her M, because we don't know what her name was.
who's
who
like,
was Joyce's only friend.
yeah, they're friends, and so Joyce told the story like it happened to her when in actuality it was Marion something, Marilyn, I don't know, whoever, her
Who
singular
was
friend.
homesick from the party.
Oh,
Which is
okay, she
important to
wasn't even
mention. She
there
wasn't
at
at the
all.
party
That's
because she was sick.
hilarious.
It was a very big
That's
deal for the
hilarious.
mom because the mom helped plan it and then her daughter couldn't show up. But yeah, so at some point they realized, I don't know how they realized that Joyce was lying and that it was M who found out because it's not explained.
I think they went back and forth for a while about it, but then I don't know. I think it was after they found Leopold.
Oh yeah, Leopold
Yeah.
dies because he
Yeah,
watched
the brother dies.
he watched Rowena drown his sister and then blackmailed.
Oh, okay. I didn't. Okay.
He blackmailed her after finding her drowning his sister. So because of that, she ends up killing him. Then somehow they realized that Joyce couldn't have known and that it had to be her only friend, whatever her name is. So they kidnap her. And then she escapes. But then she runs into Garfield. Then Garfield's like, I'm going to poison you. And then Garfield DIY deaths. And just wait, what?
No, I liked. Oh my god! No, I just remember her like feeling guilty about like, I'm feeling guilty about like, oh, it was like me who actually saw it, and then Garfield going on a rant about how like, oh, like she deserved the money or whatever because like, oh, we're family, and like she left it to the au pair and whatever, and then yeah, that's all I remember. Like I just remember him yelling at the end, and like that's
and
all.
then
I
he
was like,
DIY deaths, and two policemen that Poirot were like, hey, go check on Miranda. I'm pretty sure her name was Miranda. Find her. And then she like tells the whole story. And she goes, yeah, so when I was a kid, I saw Rowena and Garfield dragging Olga's body through the woods and dumping her in the well. But I was a kid. I didn't realize that it was a murder until murder. And I told Joyce the story. I guess Joyce told all of y'all, and now she's dead. And so they arrest Rowena. Everything ends happily unless you're dead. And it was lackluster and pretty boring. And
actually one of the
we've read.
better, yeah,
And it's
plots.
still not the worst one. What do you think is the worst one we've read so far? Do you think it's still the Golf Hell, or is it the unreliable narrator?
I really hated Goth Hell because of the weird twin thing. It was just like, but I have to look at it because.
Oh, there was also ABC Murders was pretty bad.
Yeah. Because I don't think.
Do a tier ranking.
I should probably do that too. Or just like,
awful, god awful.
I'm planning to do just just a summary, not even summary, just like what I learned from this experience. Very little, but I did learn. Should I spoil? Just like, I guess like I've via osmosis like learned the formulaic way to do like how she does her mysteries. It's just very repetitive, and I think maybe in terms of like how she got successful, I still hold my theory of like the missing 10 days held like pretty big, was pretty helpful for sales.
She was popular before that because she was pretty popular.
She was like that. Kind of popular, but not like enough to. because a lot of newspapers covered her disappearance. So I think that kind of like boomed her success. But also like just the volume, like the amount of books she's written. Because they're not very long, and a good amount of them kind of do the same stuff.
I want to see. Hold on. Is it writing routine? So there's an author tuber I like, who she does vlogs where she vlogs herself writing in the same. My hair's just one. There we go. She vlogs herself writing in using the routines of different popular authors. So she did Neil Gaiman's routine, she did Turfling's routine, she did Stephen King's routine, Nora Roberts. She goes through all these different authors. I think she even did she took N.K. Jemison's masterclass. That's what it was. And 1 second, I'm getting comfy. My bones hurt. I'm getting old. It's funny when you realize I'm actually younger.
You're younger than me.
I'm technically younger. And I'm curious if Agatha Christie ever said anything about perhaps her own writing routine.
I saw something. I don't know how accurate it is, but she's like said. I read somewhere that she said she goes to like a terrible hotel that's like not comfortable, so all she does is write. That's her routine.
James Bond's author said the same thing.
I don't know how accurate that is.
No, she just goes to a terrible hotel and uses her husband's mistress's name.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, that was like a spa or a wellness center or whatever.
I thought it was a hotel. Okay, let's see. The writing habits of Agatha Christie. Blah blah blah. She writes too much. There is no agony like it. You sit in a room, biting pencils, looking at a typewriter, walking about, or casting yourself down on a sofa, feeling you want to cry your head off.
So she suffered, and thus we must suffer. How cyclical.
She keeps a book to hand next to her to jot down plot ideas and carefully organizes notebooks with labels. So she would have like half a dozen notebooks at the same time because she's still.
Oh God, I do that.
Same.
Oh God. Okay.
She would start with how the method of the murder, then move to who the murderer would be, and then an interesting motive. And then she would start including like the other suspects, why they might be involved. So she starts with how's the person die, who killed them, why did they kill them? Okay, we need other people to be sus. She said plots came to her suddenly. She was always on the lookout for a neat way of covering up the crime so nobody would get it too soon. And then she would go on long, solitary walks to think over her plot ideas and start saying dialogue out loud. Other times she'd be walking along the street when suddenly a splendid idea pops into your head. And she would study the newspapers, looking for details of what she called a clever bit of swindling. And then she would observe other people in their natural habitats and write them down for character ideas. And yeah, she preferred writing her story out first and then typing it. There's a decent amount of things about how she does her writing. Like a decent amount of things about her writing habits, which is concerning.
Oh my God, she wrote an autobiography.
Oh God, are we gonna read it, aren't we?
No, I don't want to. I really don't want to because she doesn't mention. I know she doesn't mention.
She doesn't mention the 7.
Yeah, she never talks about it. So like,
she refused.
Yeah.
Linda.
What? You want to, don't you? I don't even know if there's. I don't want to buy a copy of it.
It's heavily loaded.
Well, it's not like we need to.
No,
do we need to?
We kind of do. One, we kind
Why?
of do. 2, I need content. And 3, we already suffered this much. We might as well just go in.
I don't want to buy it though. Wait, hold on. I'm
buy
trying
it. It's
to.
probably on Scribd. What's
Hopefully.
the name of the book?
I don't know. I just saw. I was on her official website, and then I saw like the quote that she like takes long walks to like think of plots is like from her autobiography. So
It's called an
An autobiography.
It's
Oh my god.
and it's on Scribd.
Oh my god.
The oh my god. It gets worse. It gets worse.
Oh god. What? Who? What is it like?
92 pages.
Oh my god, that's terrible. Could actually, Ian's idea isn't too crazy. I don't know.
Read it live?
No, we could do like not like actually like not like we're gonna not read it out loud, but like maybe we could read it do like a reading. I don't know what they're called. Oh my god. Like reading stream or something. I can't think of it.
Reading sprint?
Yeah, like a reading sprint to it. Like
he has it divided into 11 parts plus an epilogue.
So why would you put an epilogue in an autobiography?
The first part is Ashfield. The second part is Girls and Boys Come Out to Play.
Oh.
Third part is Growing Up. You don't grow up until the third part. Part 4 is Flirting, Courting, Bands Up, Marriage. Popular Victorian game. 5th is War. 6th is Round the World. 7th is The Land of Lost Content. Oh god, it starts from Africa. Okay. 8th is Second Spring. God. 9 is Life with Max.
Is that the second or wait?
Second husband.
Okay.
Second husband's Max. 10 is The Second War.
It takes that long for you to go. But she lived till like she lived till like for so long.
She skipped 20 years in her autobiography because the first sentence, the first 3 sentences of freaking part 11 is I am writing this in 1965 and that was in 1945. 20 years, but it does not seem like 20 years.
Oh my god.
So that's part 10 and then part 11, or no, that's part 11. And then there's the epilogue.
Hey TB, we've just been complaining for like over an hour about this book. And now we're torturing ourselves looking into her autobiography, which we may or may not read.
TB, you hated this book too? Thank God. Yeah. And then the epilogue starts with, the longing to write my autobiography assailed me suddenly at my house at, I don't know how to pronounce that. Something Bait Agatha. And then, so the epilogue of her autobiography is her talking about, and then I felt I needed to write an autobiography. Oh my God. Okay. The word okay is relative.
Yes, that is true.
Because it
relative to
by
her,
any means,
like, her
but
series.
It wasn't as bad as the rest of her books in the sense that the victim there was an actual motive, and it was slightly less racist than usual.
Yes. Although it replaced the racism with like just really bashing the mentally ill
and
then
mental health,
the sexism,
just all
like sexualizing teenagers. No go.
Yeah, there we go. Still awful by normal book standards.
Yes, that is true.
Okay, yeah. One of these days, I gotta get you in alive. We only have
Yeah, we
up.
do.
We only have so many lives coming up, TV. We gotta get you into one of these.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically for Agatha. But it really is. It doesn't make sense. And yeah, everyone was like, the kid deserved it. Oh, you missed
like
earlier.
Screw her.
Okay, I want to clarify. I did not mean that the child deserved to die. I meant that I understood why the child had to die. The child did not deserve to die, but I understood book-wise why the kid had to die. I want to clarify once again, I am not condoning child murder.
You're digging yourself into a deeper hole, Knox.
I don't condone child murder. My grandparents just know that I'm in a live show, like, because Gramps was like, it's not even trick-or-treating time. I'm not going trick-or-treating, I know why he said that. But he's like, it's not even like nighttime. Why are you getting in your Halloween costume already? And I'm like, because I have a live show. And he's like, oh, okay, have fun. And I just imagine that if he walks to the bathroom, my room is right next to the bathroom. If my grandfather's walking to the bathroom, he might just hear me yelling,
screaming
I don't
about
condone child murder. Which honestly is just another foundation.
I'm sure you're gonna have to explain that. Like, I'm sure. I'm betting money you're gonna there's
point,
gonna be questions.
He doesn't question it anymore. He really doesn't question it anymore. Just, did you have fun? Yeah, it was nice. Okay. He doesn't question. He knows me too well to question why I'm yelling about child murder.
I'm trying to I'm sort of defending, what's her name? Oh my god, I keep getting names.
Joyce.
I wrote it down. Joyce. I'm Joyce wasn't,
because we were again, Joyce in high school.
Yeah, we felt a connection with Joyce because we weren't perfect adolescents. Yeah. I'll cop to it. I was annoying.
To be my friend in high school.
I wasn't going around lying about seeing murders, but we were weird kids, probably. Yeah. I didn't.
I like to fit in. I definitely liked to fit in, but I never told anybody that I saw a murder happen. It just, she didn't deserve that. She didn't.
It was one of the more interesting ways of dying, though. Yeah. Out of that, because she usually just does a general stabbing, just so much stabbing,
or some poison, you know.
Yeah, that too. Poison and stabbing.
They did try to poison Miranda whatever.
Okay, I'm just gonna look
it up.
The
actual
Wikipedia is okay. Oh my god. Miranda Butler.
I was right.
Oh my
Yay!
god. Yes.
Hate that for me. Okay. Yeah. They did try to poison Miranda before the DIY death, but yeah. And then
I just realized. Okay, so okay. What? Michael Garfield was the gardener. That's why it was a garden that he was doing the thing for. Okay. Oh god.
Have we ever had a book where the butler did it?
No.
I'm kind of hoping there's.
Have there been any butlers? There haven't been any butlers. This one did? Who was the butler?
Their last names are Butler.
Oh god.
Oh, when I read these books, I had to use Wikipedia to keep the plot straight. There's so many names for book under.
Thank you.
Have you seen that meme with the guy who's staring at the board, all with all the lines and stuff, like his conspiracy board? I need one of those to keep the plot of this freaking book straight.
Oh god. I feel like
Aliens.
I should have read it ebook. I should have read it by ebook instead of audio because I was going max. I was going at speeds of more than double the reading. So it was going okay for the first half, to the 75%, and then I just nope. It's just bad.
It's just hard because they're so bad.
Yeah.
We don't recommend this book. Or any of her other books. We don't recommend Agatha Christie.
Yeah.
I still say the best of her books we read, as much as I hate to admit it, would be And Then There Were None.
Yeah.
I still hate it. But
Mm-hmm.
you feel a little better knowing that everybody in that book is supposed to be a terrible human being.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Which is like well crafted. That was I hate her. I hate Agatha Christie.
We hate her with every fiber of our being. We're very glad she's in hell.
Mm-hmm. And I will see her there. Not too soon, hopefully. But like I will see her.
Not soon. Don't let it be soon.
But like I need to write like at least 10 books before like things go awry.
TB, you understand us.
Yes.
It's because she went missing.
That's our like that's the book club's theory that I'm like strong on.
Already,
I'm forcing that to be
drop everything onto my laptop.
Are we gonna have a cat cameo?
Are we? Come here. Let's see. She's just sitting on the corner away from the laptop on purpose. Come here.
Aww.
Come here. I gotta get rid of
I'm waiting to see if there is a good one of these. Like a good one. Just like plot
wise. We're so close to the end though, and there hasn't been.
But we're kind of, I don't know how close. We're kind of close to the end.
Not close enough, but we're close.
We're really not close enough.
Can't wait to read good mysteries once this is over.
Mm-hmm.
Or, well, also the next book. Well, because we still have to do the live show for the one that we're reading on top of Ace of Spades. So Ace of Spades I have high hopes for.
Me too. I don't know. I just like, I'm sorry. I'm like very scatterbrained today. I just finished 2 back-to-back midterms the day before, like the last 2 days. So
shout out to Linda, everyone, because I was going to say during the live that if she didn't get the thumbnail done, I was going to give her an exemption from having to say something nice about Agatha because she had so many midterms this week, and then we decided last night at like midnight her time, yeah, we'll still do the live tomorrow. But she actually did the thumbnail.
Yeah, I did do a thumbnail. I don't. It's kind of scuffed. I'll give you like the nice like finished outlined one. I'll send you it proportioned for the thumbnail for YouTube. But I actually did it. I don't know how good.
We didn't have to do an exemption. Everyone just.
It's not that good, but like.
It's better than what I would have done. Also, I love that you made him a pumpkin.
Yes, because I was like, I've been mad at him for like the last few books because he's been like Agatha's mouthpiece character for racist like just remarks. So I made him.
Well, she got rid of Hastings. What else is she supposed to do?
No, the worst part is like the books that he's Hercule is like racist in. The last one, it didn't give us like cards on the table. Hastings was there, or like not cards on the table, but like Hastings was there in the book.
No, Karen calls the very last book. I can't wait for her very last. I can't wait till we're done. But yeah, we're you know that. Ow, Artie, that's my leg. You know we have to do this.
For what? Can we like do it next year?
Yeah, obviously. We don't have time this year. We have to
I think we need to like stretch it out. Or like do like read along lives where we're just like
definitely. We'll do All right, everybody, welcome to today's live show. We're going to read half of the freaking first chapter of her autobiography. She wasn't that old. She didn't live that long. How is the book that long?
She kind of lived pretty long.
Okay, she was writing it in 65. How old was she in 65?
65. Hold on. 70.
Okay, she did live that long. Okay, that's fair.
74?
But she skipped 20 years!
I know. And it's still, like, good years, too. Well, not good years, but, like, the interesting years, like, during a war. Like, during the war.
She kept the war.
Oh, she did have the...
Right after the war.
Okay.
It's like, yeah, and then life after the war was, man, I went missing, but I'm not going to talk about that because y'all don't need to know that I completely plotted that and that it was all a hoax to get more book sales. Screw you, Nancy, or whatever the... What's the mistress's name?
I don't remember. Damn it, I just... Okay, I'm just gonna... Agatha Christie, mistress.
Her first book was released in 1920, I think. Because I'm pretty sure last year was 100 years of Agatha Christie, which was not when we didn't intend for it to match up.
Yeah, we really
didn't.
That was just the universe.
The universe decided to royally screw us over in 2020 and have it where we decided to continue that into 2021. Artie almost removed you from the live show.
So the mistress, his name is Nancy Neal, and she used the last name as like the alias for when she was found at like oh wait, no, it was a hotel. You were right, it was a hotel she booked into.
Thank you.
Why did I think spa? Okay, never mind.
Hotels have spas, right?
My brain's just melting.
My cat is just... Let's see. That's zoomed in.
Hey, you can actually see my medallion when it's zoomed in.
I was just trying to show the cat.
Aww.
She has all these like scabs on her like neck because her sister keeps attacking her.
Oh,
it's okay. She starts it, so don't start stuff you can't finish. I thought you better than that.
Isn't that just the like
the club motto?
You're the club motto.
Club motto. Don't be racist.
Yes, really. Just don't be racist.
Don't be racist. Remember who ends up in hell. Racist and lawyers.
Hey. I'm not even a lawyer yet. I haven't even.
The lawyers were in like one of the lowest circles of hell.
Were they? I don't even remember. I just remember
in like circle 8.
No, those the boring. I don't know. Those were like the boring ones. Wait, were they the ones that got turned into trees? No. I feel like we're talking about every book. Okay.
No.
I don't.
DIY
I don't remember anything. Trees. Oh. Ooh. I know the hypocrites were doing. They wore the lead cloaks.
They wore the cloaks.
Yeah.
Remember, because you're the one where you beat somebody up for the cloak.
It wasn't even for me because I hate the orange. I don't even care that they're lead. Like, I wouldn't even care that they're lead. Although, like, I try not to be a hypocrite.
It was gold. It was supposed to look like gold, but it was orange.
Yeah, it was orange. I remember I don't know. My translation said orange cloaks, but like.
I said gold.
Oh, okay. Why would you give sinners gold cloaks?
It's not real gold. That's the point.
I guess.
They look like they're a golden person on the outside, but inside they're just lead.
I guess. Orange makes it worse. It's just more okay.
But you were like, here, I stole a cloak.
For you.
Backwards encouraging. I was in the background encouraging you beating up a hypocrite. That's pretty much how most of our antics go. Eventually, should Dethrone stay just mysteries and thrillers, or should we just continue it to also include when we go through the when we finally finish Purgatory and Paradise.
Sure. Up to you. You own 50%.
Is there
this
a
is your
format
child
for
too?
this book club? Really? Like,
maybe like in the future we will figure out a format.
yeah, but it sure as hell ain't gonna be today. Probably
Yeah,
isn't gonna be this year or next year. Maybe the second half of next year we'll figure it out. But for right now, it's We Hate Agatha Christie.
Just peak chaos.
And want to also highlight authors that aren't racist, specifically marginalized authors. And then, yeah, also, we also aren't going to highlight authors who like donate kidneys or stuff like that. For Dethrone. Each year we just pick a new author to talk trash about, while also highlighting other authors. Dethrone Arthur Conan.
I don't actually hate Arthur Conan. I think the only person, the only author I really hate is Agatha. You have any authors you hate that you want to suffer through reading their books?
Personality-wise, the only one I can think. T.S. Eliot. I hate his poetry, but other than that, I just think he's a pretentious dick. Every other author I hate is a modern author for being just a not good person. J. Kristoff, J.K. Turfling, etc. I'm not exactly
Don't forget
some pretty recent authors that have
too NFT or too not NFT.
Not just literally the past 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's just been a bombardment.
Has been a different author just showing stuff, and I'm like, what's he? Hold on.
I actually kind of like Robert Frost.
Young.
I don't know what he looks like, but I actually kind of like his poetry.
I want to see now. TV, I question your taste. Hold on, I'm going to share the screen.
I mean,
are we saying that mediocre writers are okay if they were hot when they were young? Is that what we're going for?
I mean, he's not terrible looking.
But he's not good.
I like his... I don't know, I might be skewed because I actually kind of like his poetry, but...
I mean... Why does my phone say that I'm driving?
I'm kind of leaning towards TB's take. Except for, the second half of his take.
Yeah.
He's not,
I guess this is...
he was born in San Francisco.
Oh, that's nice. Here, let me see, popular classic authors.
I know one certain dystopian author who recently got into some trouble. But I don't know any mystery. I forgot. Margaret.
Is it Marie Lu?
No, Margaret.
Her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Her.
Yep.
So I actually have been wanting to read those two books, Handmaid's Tale and The Testament, because people reference them so much when it comes to reproductive rights that I feel like even though I don't like Atwood as a person, I need to know what the hell people are talking about. In the same way that oh frick. Oh no.
1984? No.
Oh no, we can definitely do Orwell. I was not thinking Orwell though.
Who are you thinking?
Lovecraft. Lovecraft made so much of the literary canon for his specific style.
I know there's also I was thinking of just like reading it myself like alone, but there's in lieu of Lovecraft, there's also Isaac Asimov is very problematic too, because he was like known for pulling women's bra straps and like roping them and stuff like that, but no one would say anything because of like the impact he made in science fiction. And the only like there were women who worked with him, but the only ones who were like he didn't rope were the ones that were useful to his career, so like publishers and stuff like that.
Oh, gross.
But I was like curious. I was just curious because he's
Like,
I
what
saw
makes him
like
so special that nobody brings this up?
yeah, that and like I was just intrigued by like the whole I was initially like intrigued by his bibliography.
Hemingway, also a terrible person.
Oh, I didn't know Hemingway was. Wait, why is Jane Austen there?
Oh no, this isn't terrible people. This is just popular authors.
Oh, okay.
Jane Austen.
Okay.
Edgar. So I'm going to admit this right now. Edgar Allan Poe was not a. I love his writing. My Discord name right now is Edgar Allan Poe. I'm not kidding. I love his books. Annabelle Lee is my favorite poem. But there is a certain book of his specifically where there's a line that is questioned about whether or not it's referring to something or if it's if it's a racist line.
Oh, is it the murders of
in Rue Morgue?
Yeah, I've read it. I don't know.
The one about the orangutan.
Yeah, I actually thought that was like kind of amusing, but I don't remember the line specifically.
Well, no, it's the part where they mention it's where they mention the orangutan. It's whether or not the orangutan
is symbol,
or if the orangutan is racist.
Yeah. We can always, that was actually a mystery, so we can do that. That's like more in line than the others.
I'm gonna write because we are going to forget once this live show ends what we have just said. I'm going to write this down. The last half of these live shows always turn into us trying to plan what to do for the next ones. So Dethrone.
Someday we will be more streamlined.
Why? Stay for the chaos. This is also probably the most beautiful we've ever had at one time.
I think we are the most chaotic.
Okay. So we said George Orwell, not because. Well, actually, wasn't Orwell a terrible person?
Yeah, he was. It was debatable. Debated whether or not like he was misogynist or like just I don't know. I thought full blown misanthrope, but like I don't know. I know he was like very contradictory because like he hated the people within his own class and like also like the bourgeoisie and whatnot like that. He just hated everyone for the most part. Maybe I'm generalizing. I know there's an article where it goes into like line by line who he hates.
Murders of Rue Morgue. So here's the thing I want to do.
Orwell. Orwell's my problematic fave.
Because I feel like also there's this whole thing about do you continue giving these authors a platform when they're such terrible people? These authors are already being given huge platforms. I want to know whether or not they're worth the hype that they're getting, which is kind of like I think why we started reading Agatha. No matter what we do, Agatha Christie is going to be a popular author, unfortunately. But we were like, if we go through this together and we see this, maybe we can figure out why, or if
Why
she's
she's
just
so
excused for
popular.
being a rich
Yeah.
white lady who went missing for 10 days. And at the point we are, it is because she is a rich white lady who went missing for 10 days.
Yeah.
Let's see who else is on this list. I do not have the mental energy to do an entire live dedicated to this dick.
Oh.
I don't.
Those are very long books, too.
So,
I don't know that author, actually.
Lolita.
Oh.
Here's the thing about
I know it's supposed to be, like, it's not condoning, and it's, like, criticizing and judging, but, like...
But people read it the same way they read Fight Club.
Oh.
This entire book club is dedicated to talking about racist authors. We're trying to decide what we're going to do next year.
Yeah. I don't know. We could always do
authors.
Yes, we could just I was thinking we could just like cut out or like when we're done with Agatha, we could always like do a bit of just the solo good authors.
Yeah. Like
for a while.
Let me see if I can
find Royal Dahl. I've read his stuff.
He ended up being a jerk too.
Oh yeah, the sequel to Charlie and the Glass
You read that, the Glass
Elevator. Yeah, I got so annoyed. I read those two. I like Matilda. Like Matilda wasn't bad. I think I read like a few of his books, but the sequel to the Charlie and Chocolate Factory was very problematic.
Ill.
Wait, what? TV?
Wait, what?
I'm just confused.
Wait. Is it because he's a sperm whale? Is that why you're saying what?
No, that's the...
Melville's just weird, honestly. Melville.
But like, why?
Weird. Because Melville is freaking weird. He really is. Ew. Hey. Ew.
Ah, there he is.
Oh, Kipling.
I don't know Kipling.
Jungle Book.
Oh, yeah.
Bram Stoker.
I don't want to read that.
You don't want to read Kipling, or you don't want to read Dracula again?
Oh no, I don't mind Dracula. I'm like a third of the way through. Yeah, I like it so far. It's not that I don't think it's that bad. I just don't want to read the Jungle Book.
I can't wait to see your final thoughts.
I haven't gotten to the dirt yet.
She is not a problematic author. I just think we should for once we should be happy.
Could.
Can we read Toni Morrison so we can be happy for once?
We can.
Because she also has I don't know if they're all thrillers, but some are like like they're talking about Beloved. Which is very okay, let me see. Hold on.
Ooh. Of course he did.
Okay, wait, let me see. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Specific, I don't know, like, if there's, like, additional stuff, but, like, just, I think it was Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator. There was, like, a scene where there's...
Sure.
Glass. Oh, yeah. And there was, like, a scene with ambassadors, U.S. ambassadors, like, ambassadors from different countries were caricatures.
I want to read this book. What's it called? Like, The Black Veins? I follow her on Twitter, too. She's great. Oh, yeah! Yeah, it's just, if you're going to read classics, at least the classics that, like, the classics that I'm going to get to teach someday. there's gonna be racism.
Yeah.
Talked about how the only like main black character in a Shakespearean play is the one who kills his wife.
Yeah.
Things like that. But I want to read that. I want to read that one. That one seems really good. But there's also, let's see. I don't know any of these freaking people. I looked up like classic mystery authors, and I don't know any of these people. Would you like none? G.K. Chesterton, E.C. Bentley,
I think I've heard that name, but I don't know anything about it. So
Edgar Wallace,
ultimately useless.
Mary Roberts Reinhardt, H.C. Bailey, Elizabeth Daly. You're on my hand, and she's on my hand. Okay. Patricia Wentworth, Freeman Wills Crofts.
Yeah, I don't think there's any like
Sax Romer.
Really big name ones, except for the ones that
except for Christie. Literally, Christie's section is so much larger. Oh, Hercule Poirot may have been based off a real person.
Huh.
Yeah. Oh, it's like people. The Chemistry of the Murder Mystery. In her first mystery novel, The Mysterious Affair at Styles, Christie wrote of a murder committed with strychnine. In this article, Deborah Blum elaborates upon the use of this poison and upon Christie's use of poisons in 30 of her novels. Okay, that might actually be an interesting read. And then Hercule Poirot's real-life model may have been detected in Torquay. Was Poirot based off a refugee Belgium policeman? Ow! You scratched my hand! This is an article from The Guardian, May 13th, 2014. Some dude named Anthony Berkeley Cox. Oh, Dorothy L. Sayers. Heard of her. Person who wrote The Maltese Falcon.
Oh.
No, that's not her. That's Dashiell Hammett, but I'm saying that's another person. I don't know how to say this name. Yeah, that's Ellery. Frederick Dene, who wrote Ellery Queen, which was a pretty popular book series, and then it became turned into a TV show, which my grandma loves.
Could always look into that one.
Yeah, there a bunch of people wrote a bunch of mysteries. We may or may not read them. We may also just not have this be solely mysteries, and we may make you all read Purgatory and
different books. Yes,
which were enjoyable reads. Hell was enjoyable. I did enjoy Inferno.
It was good. Despite my lack of memory of certain parts.
Yeah, we enjoyed Inferno. It was a fun romp through hell. And now we just slide down Satan's back and
to Purgatory,
which is a lot of climbing. Linda, have you ever read Paradise?
No, I have never read Paradise, so
I can't make the joke then.
You
can. There's a joke that Red in from Overly Sarcastic Productions makes, where she goes, "So God is a reading rainbow."
Oh God. Oh, okay.
Which she puts it like that based off the context of Paradise. Dante's God is a reading rainbow.
Oh.
She also has a video about Dracula where she talks about how Lucy deserved better. Ow, stop scratching me.
Yeah, outside of reading, like, my knowledge of Lucy was, like, I thought she was a damsel. I didn't, like, know anything about her other than, like, I thought she was the one that had gotten, like, bitten by Dracula and was enthralled or whatever. I don't know if that occurs because I'm only a third of the way. But she's, like, a really, like, competent, cool gal. I'm trying not to use, like, she's capable and nice and a good friend so far, like, so far in the book. Oh, Mina. Oh my god.
There we go.
Mina. Oh my god, that's
if you're
why.
Third way, you might not know much about Lucy yet. Lucy is just the whole part. This is turning into Dracula. We never stick to a topic. Okay. And it's all related. The whole thing about Lucy is that Lucy is so sweet and kind and wouldn't harm a fly. She's very much an ingenue.
Very innocent, yes.
Yes. But she's so sweet and kind that when these three men come up to her and say, "We are in love with you, will you marry us?" and she has to turn down two of them in a row, she feels so bad turning them down because she's like, "Oh God, you guys are like the sweetest, like so sweet. I'm just not into you. Like but I'm into another guy." And they're like, "You were so kind to us that we would be blessed to keep you in our life. If you will allow us." They even say that, like, if you're cool with being our friend, we will love to be your friend. Like, they each individually say this. And she goes, "Of course I want to be your friend. You guys are so sweet. Like, I could never want to not be your friend." To the point that when the third guy proposes and she says yes, the other two are like, "Yo, you're our homie now. We're your ride or die. We are the Lucy Simp Squad. We..." Like, the three of them just become best friends because they all were just in love with this one girl who is like the sweetest, purest heart on earth. And every movie makes it that if she's in the movie at all, they make it that she's a temptress, she's a seductress. And it's not that I'm not like sex positive. My problem is you can have they use it to make her seem morally worse than Mina, because Mina is very much only about Jonathan, or in the 1992 movie she's about Dracula. But they always use Lucy, who was written as this like sweet, caring, wouldn't want to hurt anybody's feelings whatsoever ever, thing. They use it to make her, they slut shame her to high heavens, and then they use it to make it seem like Mina is morally superior because Mina is engaged to Jonathan. Mina and like Lucy deserves to die because she was slutting around. Like, no, like they tear her character apart. And you could have easily had it where you keep Lucy as confident and kind and loving, which is why the guys fall in love with her. And the part of how sad it is because everyone's so sad to lose Lucy because she was so nice. Spoiler, sorry. The book's been out since the 1800s. You're fine. Like, like, it's so sad what happens to Lucy because she was such a kind-hearted, loving everybody to the end. She just was like, everyone was like, ride or die for Lucy. And then the 1992 movie went ahead and just completely ruined. I didn't even like Dracula that much as a book. I thought it was boring. They talk about the dirt too much. It's too much.
I haven't gone. I don't think I've gotten to the dirt part yet. Do you remember where the dirt gets mentioned?
Once Dracula leaves the castle.
Okay,
no,
yeah,
it's a little bit before. It's a little bit before he leaves the castle because Jonathan sees him packing the dirt away.
I haven't gotten to that.
It's when Jonathan starts realizing stuff is weird. It's like a little bit after he starts realizing stuff.
Damn it! I missed the dirt. I gotta reread to see if I.
It's a very small mention in the beginning, where it's like, and then he's like packing away all this dirt. That's weird. Huh. And then
is it before or after he realizes he's like trapped? Like
think it's a little bit
before.
after.
Oh, okay.
Because he starts realizing all this weird stuff's going on. Once he's trapped, he's like, huh, this is all weird. Jonathan Harker is stupid.
Oh, yeah, I got that.
Jonathan Harker has no brain cells, and swear to God, Mina is the only thing that is keeping Jonathan a functional human being throughout his life. I swear.
If he had Mina by his side in Transylvania, he
Mina would have
gone
discovered it like
trapped.
this, okay? And then once again, because I hate the 1992 movie with all my heart, and it's the one that's like, we're Bram Stoker's Dracula. No, the hell you are not. You are not. You're not. Okay, I don't care that it's Keanu Reeves, and I've still yet to see Keanu Reeves in a good movie. I feel so bad because everyone's like, Keanu Reeves is the best, and I've only seen him in freaking Dracula and Much Ado About Nothing.
I'm telling you, John Wick's pretty good, but like I don't know. How do you feel about action?
Like, I don't like gore, and I know there's a lot of shooting and blood and stuff, which is the part.
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Scream, the movie, the one that my costume is from, is the most gore that I can handle. That's that's my limit. Like I started watching Squid Game, and I my eyes are closed for a decent amount of the actual deaths in Squid Game because it's just I saw red light, green light. And then I was like, okay, so every time I know somebody's about to pull out a gun, I'm just gonna, oh my God. I'm not that bad with blood, but then, how far into Squid Game are you?
I'm spoiled. I don't have Netflix, so I'm just spoiled.
Cool. Anybody else who isn't past episode 4? Or no, I think it's episode 3. If you're not past episode 2, cover your ears for a second, okay? I'll put my hand down when I'm done. Okay, cool. Ali, when Ali pushes his boss into the factory machine and he loses his arm, I almost lost it. I can't handle losing of limbs. Okay. Yeah, still. So Ian was watching this ahead of me because I still haven't finished.
Okay.
Gramps and I are gonna finish next weekend. It was like, it's not that gory. It's not that bad. You'll be fine. I messaged him. I thought you said it was fine. Because I can close my eyes with the gunshots, but somebody freaking and I'm like, let me see. Can you believe that capitalists say that Squid Game's about communism despite can I
think that's
it?
The whole rub.
Yes, I can absolutely believe it.
That's the whole rub. Usually pro-capitalist people think that communism, what they think is communism is usually just the negative connotations of capitalism.
Is there a fight? Did I say it was fine? I forgot what I said. Did I say something was fine? No, I said I could believe it. I don't agree with it. I very much do not agree with them, but unfortunately, I can believe that they did it because it just doesn't surprise me anymore when people miss the points of certain media. It doesn't, because like I was saying earlier, freaking how many books and movies are about masculine? Toxic. I was gonna say masculine toxicity. Toxic masculinity. I'm an English major. About toxic masculinity is very bad. Don't do the toxic masculinity. Masculinity that's not toxic, we stand. Toxic masculinity is bad. We have freaking American Psycho and Fight Club. Yeah. I also would argue Catcher in the Rye.
I hate that book so much.
Oh, yeah, no. You were yelling at Ian? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, no, yell at Ian. She was just messaging him. It was working. I'm like, I hate you so much. But like I said, Fight Club, American Psycho, and like I said, I would argue Catcher in the Rye. If somebody, and Joker, the recent Joker movie.
Yeah.
If somebody tells me that's my favorite movie, I am instantly red flagged. Until most people, if they tell me the Joker is their favorite character,
oh no, it's not that good. It was just very sad.
It was
like the movie itself. It wasn't. I don't know.
So most people, when they say that they're a Joker stan, no offense, Linda. Most people, when they say they're a Joker stan, it's a major red flag for me. Because
I'm the exception.
Yes, but because I get what you like the Joker, because I know you.
I just like chaos, and like he's just
exactly. You're not gonna go out and be the Joker.
Oh God, no! That's a lot of effort I don't have in me.
Exactly.
And just I'm not defending my.
You're defending yourself well. But you're not gonna go out and think the Joker is my idol.
He's a terrible human being. Like god awful, treats women terribly.
I'm thinking of people who treat the Joker the way cops treat the Punisher.
Yeah.
Also, I love that the Punisher got mad at cops in the comics for idolizing him. That makes me happy. We stand Frank Castle. I'm not saying that you should go and kill people. Once again, I do not condone murder. Yes.
Our second club motto.
Yes, he freaking did. Chuck Palahniuk, something like that. Gets very nervous when people are like, Fight Club is my favorite book or movie. Because you have some people who understand the nuance behind it, and that's why they adore it, because it's like, this is such a nuance heavy book, and it really does a great job at discussing the dangers of toxic masculinity and toxic masculinity culture and things like that. And then you have the people who are like, yeah, dude, let's go fight stuff. Yeah, red, white, and blue. This colors don't. Like those vibes. It's the same way where if somebody says that they love Lolita, I get scared.
Yeah.
Because there are some people who understand that Lolita is very much like, this is we don't want to be like Humphrey Humpert. And then you have some people who are like, yeah, that's my Lolita. And it's like there was this thing where it's like, you can tell if you should pick up an adaptation of Lolita based off of the cover. There are some cover designers who will just put like, it's a pink cover with the words Lolita, like a bow or something like that, or like a children's or something like that, or a doll. You have, unfortunately, I'm just gonna look up. Holy cow, I have a lot of tabs open. Lolita Naba cover. I'm just going to show you what I mean.
I feel like it's stating the obvious, but nuance is usually very easily lost, and in just media,
you have
especially
covers like
movies.
This, just regular plain covers, right?
And
you have this. Even this isn't that bad. And then you have that. This isn't that bad. This isn't that bad. Then you have that. It's all dependent on how they, like, again, not that bad. Why? You can tell how the people who designed the cover see the book based off of what they choose to do to the cover. And there are so many versions of this book that there are so many versions of these covers where you can either have them highly sexualized or even just slightly suggestive like that. Or you can have, Lolita's on the cover, but she's just clearly a little girl. Or my favorites are the ones that just personally don't show her at all. But lots of people like to use like erotic or suggestive imagery when it comes to Alita. I don't trust those people.
Yeah.
That's how we get people like Sting from the police. Yeah, Sage just goes, yeah, it's so it's a very there are things, certain things where I need to understand you more, why you say you like this thing so much, because if it's the way I'm thinking off of first basis, I'm concerned. Which is why when you first were like, I like the Joker, I'm like, ah! You just like chaos.
Yeah.
You just like chaos.
I respect like the convolutedness of his plans and like the scale of it, but like him, like his work ethic, but like him as a human, like as a person,
but you
awful.
realize he's a terrible person and don't idolize him.
Most definitely. No, God, no.
Yeah,
I'm just like
people who idolize the
respect,
Joker,
but no.
When the Joker, the most recent Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix, came
out, that one.
There are so many people who are like, that's my favorite movie, he gets me, and things like that. And it's like, there are certain nuances to that movie that I can understand. Like how the American health system screws over individuals who need it. However, no, because the majority of people who do that are not doing that, and they're just on the bloodlust rampage.
When I was watching it, that's what I was thinking. Like, they're just, those people are gonna be.
I was scared. I saw Joker in theaters, and I was terrified to go see it because of what happened when Dark Knight Rises came out on theaters.
Me too. I think there
was extra security at the theater when Joker came out. That's why I'm scared of Joker stands. This is not related to Agatha Christie whatsoever.
Yes.
Really quick, did you read any thrillers or mysteries, etc., this year in general that you want to recommend that aren't terrible and written by racists?
Okay, hold on. I think for the most part, ours, the ones that we've covered in previous, like the non-Agatha Christie ones that we've covered in previous live shows have been good.
Yeah.
I
figured because we did end up doing an entire live show about, well, not really about Halloween Party, but we didn't have a second book for this. We should probably mention some other books.
Try to
balance out the negativity of Christie.
So it's not really, I don't know, it's more literary fiction than like mystery, but I really like it, and it's I really liked it. It's The Death of Vivek Oji.
I wanted to read that.
And it centers around, as the title goes, the death of this person, and how that incident, like the mystery, kind of impacts the family and community around. And it's the best book. It's probably the best book I've read this year. And it's just profound and deep, and
you mean The Big Four by Agatha Christie was not your favorite book this year? What?
Surprisingly, no.
But it's Agatha Christie.
But yeah, it's just that I feel like it's kind of a mystery because you don't know what happened or what led to the death, but you just know like how Vivek impacted the people around.
All right.
I don't want to give any spoilers away.
Yeah, no, it's hard describing books and then not spoiling them.
It's like, especially because like it deals with family, friendship, sexuality, and just it's so good. It's just so
Alright, I'll add it to
good. It's
my
like the
TBR.
closest I got into crying.
I
But
swear
yes,
I will read it right after I read the last book you told me to read. It's just that the last book you told me to read is a 12-hour audiobook.
which book did I
In
tell
another
you to
timeline.
read? Oh, right. Okay.
It's a 12-hour audiobook, and I know that I listen to audiobooks on 2 times speed. But the idea of the audiobook being 12 hours is daunting. So I'm
Yeah,
like, I
no,
need to
I
somehow
totally
find
get
an
it.
ebook or a physical copy of this book.
I totally get it. I've been like hesitant. Like I've been kind of like unable to pick up audiobooks that are really long. Like longer than like 9 hours, like this year especially. I think because we're both in school, so it's just.
Well, like I listened to White Smoke by Tiffany D. Jackson, which I enjoyed everything until it ended. The ending sucked.
Oh.
But even then, it's a 4.5 out of 5 for me. I still highly recommend it. You will probably just be really dissatisfied with the ending, and I mean, that's it.
You might be dissatisfied with that one. Oh wait, yeah.
But other than that, it was really good. But that audiobook is 9 hours, and I was like listening to it, like, I love this book. I am loving this book. Oh my god, yes, Marigold. Oh my god, there's so much going on. Why is this audiobook so And so it was daunting to me to read it, not because I wasn't enjoying the book, but because I just kept going, why is the audiobook so long? But that's like the average length of most audiobooks is 9 hours, at least the kinds of books that we read. So anything past 9 hours, I read Lakewood by Megan Giddings. I finished it last night. And part of the reason it took me so long was I didn't realize that Scribd had an ebook version, and I was listening to the audiobook for it. It is not a book I recommend. Audiobook is a book I recommend reading either ebook or physical copy, because the audiobook is good. But I feel like I got a lot more out of it when I was physically reading it, because again, I was just like, audiobook. But yeah, I recommend those two. Those are good. Those are more.
The audiobook for Vivek, Death of Vivek OG is 8 hours. But I didn't realize. Yeah, my bad. I didn't realize that The Future of Another Timeline was 12 hours. My bad.
Adding The Death of Vivek OG to Scribd. Or is it? Oh, it's not available in my country. Oh, but there's an ebook. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Somebody decided that was stupid and decided to upload it. Thank you.
So I'm just looking to see. I read a little bit. Like I read some thrillers outside of like the ones that we've covered. One is Arsenic and Adobo.
How was it?
So I rated it like 3 stars. I don't think cozy mysteries are for me.
Okay, that's fair.
So it's not like, it wasn't bad. It was like it was good. Like it's just like very small town. It's a small town history.
Did you read Dial A for Aunties?
No, that's on my TBR.
It's more you're good. So do I think you will like it? You don't like incompetence.
No.
But the incompetence leads to so much humor.
Okay.
Which is why it works. It's not going to be the most well thought out plan. It isn't. But God, is it fun? You have to go in with the mindset that it's not as it's fun. It's fun to read, and I love it also because it's also set in the area that I live in.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so they mentioned like a 99 ranch one off of the 60, and I was like, I know exactly which one they're talking about because it's in my area. They live in Pasadena, which isn't that far from my specific area.
Oh, okay.
Nobody come find me. But like, I like this specifically like a lot. I think because of that. But you have to go in with the idea that this is going to be just the entire premise. Isn't that serious stuff happened? But it feels like a comedy to me that just happens to have murder.
Okay.
And
I don't mind that. Like, it wasn't, the problem, like, it wasn't very, so Arsenic and Adobo by Mia P. Manansala. I'm sorry if I mispronounced the name wrong, but, it was just, like, very kind of low stakes. Like, it could have gotten very ridiculous because it was a poisoning at a restaurant, and like the dude like choked on the food and like plopped down, and she thought it was like the main character thought it was like a meme, but like it was more like they didn't like go in on the like kind of hilarity of that. It was more they went kind of serious. Yeah, they didn't play into the comedy.
Okay,
and
Dial
it was
A for Aunties
small
goes way into the comedy. The mom is like, I'll just tell you one part. It's in the early beginning. It's not a spoiler. The mom was setting up a fake dating profile for the daughter, and so she was talking, pretending she was the daughter. So the guy sends eggplant emojis, and the mom's like, "How'd you know eggplant's my favorite? You'll give me eggplant?" Or
I'm sure he wants
sends
to.
like the water droplet emojis, and she goes, "How'd you know I'm thirsty?" Like, the mom's thinking this is very sweet. And like, how'd you know I'm thirsty? You're gonna give me egg, like very sweet. And like, how thoughtful. He wants to cook me. And then she also says, because the mom is from, I want to say they're Malaysian. I want to say, but I'm not sure. The mom translates some of the things into literal English. And we know that the problem when you translate phrases from one language to literal translations in English is that sometimes they can be very inappropriate. And so she says something that means something different in her native language, but translated comes off very sexual. So when the guy hits on the daughter on the date and doesn't take no for an answer, like, the mom's like, I don't get how this could have happened. He seems like such a nice boy. Mom, let me see what you told him. The daughter's reading this.
Oh, no. Makes me very happy that my parents are very technologically challenged.
Yeah, and it's just like, it leans into the comedy so much. With the scenario where it's like very serious, and I love straight off the bat that the mom was like, you did not deserve, like, no, you said no, he should have left you alone after that. So he deserves what he got. And that all the aunts were the same way, like, you did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong. We want to say this straight off the bat. You did nothing wrong. We're proud of you. You should have hid the body better, but you know what? You got us. It's okay. That's our fault. We didn't teach you how to hide a body. Like, things like that. Like, it's very much like on that sense.
Okay.
How you should know how to hide a body by now. But it's also very much on the comedy side, where she's reading these texts. One of her aunts, the aunt that's the most fluent in English, reads it over her shoulder and starts like dying of laughter. And the mom's like, "What's going on?" And the daughter is like trying to explain without like, "Oh my god, I have to explain this to my mother." And my aunts were kind of like my other mothers, where the aunt just goes, "Eggplant means penis." It leans fully into the humor of the hijinks while also having some very heartfelt moments, and so it's very great. So if your problem was that Arsenic and Adobo did go heavy-handed with the comedy and went too serious, you're not going to have that problem with Dial A for Aunties, which was amazing.
Okay.
This somehow just turned into me saying, "Hey, everyone, go read Dial A for Aunties," which is true. You should, because also there's going to be a sequel. I forgot what the sequel is. I think it's For Something and a Wedding.
I can't pull it up. It's not showing though.
I can't. 4 Aunties and a Wedding. That's what it is. It's 4 Aunties and a Wedding, which is the sequel to this one. Other than that, read White Smoke if you don't mind the ending. Lakewood, read Lakewood. That was another one with the ending was kind of a little bit, but it was still a fun time, and by fun I mean absolutely terrifying. And this one's not so much a thrill. Will you stop playing with plastic? No. Okay. This one's not so much. It's not so much a thriller as it is. It's marketed as a thriller, but it's not thriller in the sense of, oh my god, somebody's gonna murder us, as it is in the sense of she's trapped in this group and they're trying to escape a fire that's right behind them. And so it's like all the stuff that goes on with this group. Everybody and their mother has a health problem.
Oh.
In this group. Something just keeps happening at every moment. A lot of people hate it because they're like, there's no way that reasonably these problems would have been able to get fixed, that like the same two kids would have had all this knowledge. To which I say that as a kid, I read survival handbooks for fun. And if I was in the situation this girl was, which is she's terrified of fires because when she was a kid, she was in a fire and her younger brother ended up dying. So she like compensates for that by I'm going to learn everything I can about like health and like how to help people. And like if I'm in the situation, I know how to take care of myself. Like she takes like Red Cross classes and gets it renewed all the time. And they're like, you want to learn all that in one Red Cross class? Where it's like, no, it was just that she's overcompensating for not knowing what to do when she was a kid. She's going to know all of this. I recommend that book. It's called Playing with Fire by April Henry. I enjoyed it. Yeah. And other than that, I can't think of anything else. And I realize we're almost at 2.5 hours, so we should probably wrap up.
And I recommend, even though it's literary fiction, but it centers around like a death and a mystery. I think it's kind of like mystery adjacent. The Death of Vivek Oji by Awaki Emezi.
Stop it! Sorry, that was my cat, not you. Also, if anybody's worried if I threw something, I threw a scarf. Okay. And I did not hit the cat. I hit the paper next to her, what she was eating, so it would scare her. I promise I'm not throwing things at my cat. I just don't want her to eat plastic and get sick.
Oh.
I'm going to clarify that. Oh my god, but she's still doing it. I have another scarf. Hold on.
Okay. We can always say goodbye. We can always say goodbye and you can race after the cat.
It's okay, she stopped.
Okay.
Well, with that, everyone, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everyone.
We'll see you all at some point next month.
Yes.
Yeah, some point next month with, I don't remember the Agatha Christie book we were reading. We really don't care. But we're also reading Ace of Shades by Carta. Oh god, what's their last name? One day we'll be prepared when we have this.
Ace of Spades by
Abiki Iyemire. I will look up how to say that before the live show.
Me too.
Yeah, we will do our actual due research.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so we'll do that next month, and then December we'll read the Christmas book, and maybe we'll find one of those like cozy, like cheesy Christmas themed mysteries to read. I know, because you hate cozy mysteries.
I don't hate it. I don't know. It was just.
One of these days,
I'll give it another go. I'll give it another try.
There's the one where it's like the dim sum murder mysteries or something like that.
Oh yeah,
they're on
Scribd. Yes, because my library apparently they got rid of their copy for some reason, and I was like, why? But they're on Scribd, so we could always or I'm pretty sure there are Christmas specific Christmas mysteries. We can always do that too.
We'll find some. And then in January, we'll finally wrap up Agatha. And
we'll do we'll do a kind of review, catch up.
Yeah.
Maybe live show.
We'll say goodbye.
Or
I'll say we'll say goodbye, but at some point we're going to do the autobiography. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Listen, plans change, things happen. So just enjoy your Halloween, everyone. Read books by
Be
people that
safe.
aren't Agatha Christie, and maybe watch a scary movie. Bye.
Bye. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.